Okay, hi guys. I guess there is two more students. It's not coming yet, so but we should start right now. Maybe later they will join us, and it's so happy to talking to you with a small lesson about a type of genre exposition today. And welcome to this small lesson. And we are glad to going to tell you something about the new for the genre. And for today's lesson, we are going to introduce this genre exposition. So first, I'm going to introduce some basic information about exposition. So this is a system of different types of genre. I guess you can find some a familiar genre type, the story, the report. Yeah. So for this system of genre type, we have three basic family of genres. The first one is stories, which is going to engage with people that is going to sharing feelings with people or telling people the stories. And then the second family of genre is going to be the factual text. It's aiming to informing people something. For example, the facts, telling people facts or telling people reports, like here. And last one is the essay. This is what we're going to talk about today. And for the essay, I guess a lot of students have experience to write an essay, or yeah, it is going to be the opinion giving, or give the author write the opinion for the readers. And within the essay, we have the arguments. Arguments is going to be is going to be the persuading the readers or the teachers as a student to persuade the readers to accept our opinion. And for these arguments, we have two basic genres, which one is exposition. What we're going to talk about it more detail later today. And another one is a discussion. So the difference between the exposition and the discussion is the exposition is going to supporting one point of view, just like one side of view. For example, the only positive when author present a positive opinion, and then just on uh, and only discuss this side of view. And the discussion is going to talk about more than one or two opinions in the essay. And next, so you know the purpose of or the function of the exposition is going to supporting author's opinion by some evidence, maybe. And you should know the structure of the exposition. The exposition contains three stages: thesis, arguments, and the restatement. So as you can see the right-hand side, the graph shows each of stage has another names in the essay. For example, when you're writing an essay, the thesis is an introduction. You'll write something about it to introduce basic information for the readers. And the argument is going to be the body paragraphs to expand more details. And the restatement is the conclusion. And for each of the stage, it also has its own structure. For example, the thesis has a position and a preview. So what is a position? Position means the author's idea or author's opinion that's going to be the positive or negative. And the preview is going to be the author usually give a prediction at the end of the thesis or at the end of introduction to tell the reader later the following paragraphs, what the following paragraphs will be, what content will be in the following paragraphs, for example, the arguments. And the arguments contains the topic and the elaboration. So the topic is the main idea of the argument, and the elaboration is going to explain the topic or elaborate the topic. And then the restatement is going to review the arguments or restate the author's opinion. And in this section, we are going to give you a model text. That's how to contrast the genre exposition. And this is our text today, model text. And then the field of this text is going to be the reasons to wear a face mask. So why people should wear a face mask to against the coronavirus? Like here, we mark the first paragraph. This is first paragraph, and we mark it is thesis, and it has a subtitle. The subtitle is a slow of new studies confirm the effectiveness of face coverings against the coronavirus. So a slow of is means a lot of, just like a number of studies that show this opinion. And for the subtitle, it also shows the author's position, which I said is author's opinion in the subtitle. And within the paragraph, we also can find the author present the opinions within the paragraph, which is a growing number of studies point to the mask as a powerful tool that can help control the spread of the coronavirus. These two is same, so we can mention that is the author's position. And before the authors present the opinion within paragraphs, the first two sentences are going to be the background of this whole text, which the author introduced some basic information or background of this case to the readers. For example, the coronavirus cases are increasing in many areas of the United States. And a lot of researchers are studying these cases or this effectiveness of the face coverings. So we can find the structure in the thesis is background, and it's begin with a subtitle, and the paragraph is going to begin with the background of this case, and then the opinion or the author's position after, and lastly, author present the preview. Here are some reasons to wear a mask based on the latest research. So some reasons mentioned is going to be a preview. That author wanted to present some reasons at the following paragraphs. Before we go into next stage, let's look at some pictures here. Here are 4 pictures. Can someone guess the reasons to wear face coverings or face masks? Why people should wear face masks? Can someone say? Do you guys have any? Yeah, just look at these pictures. If you like to give some ideas, it's so good.
To wear face mask prevent from the droplets?
Yeah, So just like, for example, the first one, you can just compare these two. This is infected patient, and this side is healthy person. And what's the difference with the exposure? And what can you get from this picture, like the mask as a powerful tool? Someone
Want to talk? Share your ideas?
Yeah.
You can feel free to jump in, whether it's a good answer or not. Yeah, we
Yes,
also welcome your answer.
Can I jump in real quick?
Yes.
Of course.
I think if you're infected and you are having conversation with other people, as we see from the first picture, and if you're wearing a mask, you get the minimal exposed. And for somebody who's healthy and having conversation with the patient, and you are very likely to get the virus. Though I figure if you're talking to a person that close and he's infected, even if you're wearing a mask, you still have to have the risk of the virus coming to your eyes and some stuff like that. But if the patient is wearing a mask and having conversation with you, it's better for both sides, I think.
Yeah. So for
Yeah.
the first picture, it's going to like wearing a face mask. It's not only can protect yourself, it also can protect others. For example, the lower one, when the patient is wear a face mask, so he is blocked. There's some like droplets from this patient to the healthy person who doesn't wear a face mask. So it's more it's lower risky than the top one. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so actually, I can just talk about like yeah. Okay, let's move next stage. So as you know, exposition has different stages, and the first stage is usually be the thesis because it's essential. No, it's essential because it shows author's opinion, author's position that it's very, it's a main thing of the text or the exposition. And and after the thesis, a series of arguments are going to follow with thesis to try to support, try to like back up the opinion from the authors. For example, here I just bold here some reasons. So the reasons going to be the arguments. And here is the whole text for this field, like wearing face coverings. But for the last paragraph, I didn't have enough space, so I just put dot 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 dot. And so the first paragraph is thesis, and we discussed it. The subtitle can show the position of the authors. And we still have three more parts, like these three. Masks protect other people. You can't always social distance. Masks may help the economy recover. So these three are arguments. And you can find the subtitles divided the whole text, which in four parts, and three parts are arguments, and one part are thesis. So you can see in exposition, when you have the subtitle, it's very clear for the readers to find the main idea. But it's not for every exposition. Not every exposition has the subtitle. So the reader should find the main idea within the paragraphs. Yeah. So for the sequencing of the stage, For the sequencing of the stages, actually for the overall texture, it does has the sequencing, which we talking about the stage. The first stage should be the thesis and then the argument, and last with restatement. But with seeing the arguments, it doesn't has it doesn't contain the sequencing or any orders. For example, the first argument doesn't give any sequencing vocabulary, like for example, the firstly, the primary way, or firstly, masks protect other people. It doesn't show any like sequencing in the first paragraph. And for the second argument, it gives an also. I highlight here, which means the also doesn't gives sequencing, but it just gives information that the first argument is finished and it is second argument. So let's go into a different topic. And as well, the last argument is here is as well. It's also same function as also. It's also going to be to tell the reader it's another argument. So as we can see, each argument are independent. Each argument is independent with other arguments, but these arguments is going to support the thesis. So which means the argument is dependent to the thesis, and the argument is independent with other arguments, which means they stand alone, but only going to support the thesis or author's opinion, its position. And yeah, so going to talk about the structure of the stages. And whoa. So we talk about we have already talked the structure for the thesis. It's going to be the position and the preview. So as you know, I described the subtitle and this sentence as a position of the author, which present a main position of the author, and here is preview of for the arguments for the body paragraphs. And so let's go into discuss about the argument. So do you guys, any of you remember what's the structure of the argument we have talked to? The argument, the structure.
Topic and elaboration.
Yes, right. Thanks, Yi-Ming. Yeah. So it's also, so for the arguments I already talked. So each of arguments has subtitle, and the subtitle also introduce the topic already. But within the paragraph, the author still try to present the position again. For example, in here, face masks, however, can block these droplets, but it's a little confused. It's not very clear. And when you look at the first sentence, the primary way the coronavirus spreads is from person to person by respiratory droplets produced when the infected person coughs, sneezes, or talks. So the function of face mask is as a barrier to keep virus-containing particles from escaping an infected individual to another person. So these sentences are going to be the elaboration, just to tell you why the face mask is works for people or other people. And I highlight some sentence here is going to be the authority resource. just like, for example, when you're writing an essay or writing an academic paper, so you are going to find some academic resource from the library website or any Google Scholars. So when you citate these academic resources and you put it in your essay to support your ideas. So this it's also going to be a way to evidence, to prove, to support your topic. So the author is going to pick some authority expert, for example, the Ron Waldman, the professor of global health at the George Washington University. So the author used this expert about the face mask to support the idea, to support the topic. And as well, as same as the second and third arguments, and it's very clear structure for these two. So the subtitle is the topic, and the first sentence of the paragraph is also the is a topic to going to be the main idea of these paragraphs. And then the author just presents their just going to elaborate the topics after the first sentence. For example, here, this can happen in many ways. For the topic is masks also offer protection when you can't practice social distancing. So it's happened in many ways: when you're shopping, when you're in public transport. So in this situation, you cannot protect yourself. You cannot practice social distance. So you need to wear mask to protect yourself. And here are some authority resource or experts utterance. And as well, the third one is masks may help the economy recover. So yeah, these themes also except the first sentence, the following sentence are going to elaborate and to support the topics with the different experts. And as you can see, I introduced exposition has 3 stages, but we here for this text we don't have restatement. Actually, for the restatement, it's going to review and going to restate the opinion. But if the author can just present the text very clearly, just like the reader can just very easy. The reader can very easy to find the main idea or the opinion and the main idea of the arguments. So the author just like delete the restatement, or the author doesn't do the restatement to just repeat the argument and the opinion again. So yeah. So the restatement for the exposition, the restatement is optional. And I guess I just maybe you guys have any problems with exposition, but if you have any problems for the model text or for the information about the exposition, you can ask right now, or we can just go next stage. And actually, next stage, we are going to build a field with you guys. Like we are going to build a new field with a new topic. So if you don't have any questions, we can go to next stage. Okay, so so we have next member going to walk with you to like doing a new field for the exposition. And welcome Ni.
Okay. Hello, everyone. And so firstly, thanks Jing for explaining the definition and the structure of exposition to us. So let's move to the second step. This is going to be a new text. So we needed to build a few again. Now the new text about getting you and me to create the another texts. So in this part, we are going to address the field of why it is safe for children to return school after coronavirus 19 under the control or slow down the transmission speed. Now, I wish you guys would come up some ideas from this essay content. So firstly, you guys can think about why governments allow children back to school, or why communities allow school open again. Because since our governments has done a lot of job on fighting this virus in few past months. So at this moment, I would like to share some images for you guys, because images are a good way to have a brainstorms. It can help us to build the field. So, okay, you can see here are some pictures on the screen. You guys can sum up the main ideas, what you see in each image. From this image, which one you guys would like to discuss first? If you don't want to speak, you can type it in like chat board. Okay. Where is chat board? Okay. Anyone want to share the ideas of these pictures? Hello?
Hi.
Hi, hello.
I think from the first graph we can see the death rate of COVID-19 is very low when it comes to young people. But I don't think honestly I don't think it's a reason for kids to go back to school, because if they're infected and they don't show symptoms, but when they go back home, they probably have grandmas and grandpas at home. So it's very dangerous to put the old people in that kind of situation. So I think it's it will be at a good time for kids to return to school when the pandemic in that community is totally under control, where not many people, like only very few people are infected and they are all traced. So I think the low death rate of COVID-19 for young people is not a perfect reason for kids to return to school. And I think school should be ready for kids to go back. What if somebody got infected, and how do you keep those kids from infecting those virus? You have I think school should have a full preparation for kids to come back. Then we can think about it. Yeah.
Yes, good point. The picture one is not only the reason like convincing like people why is it safe for children to return school, because the picture one only like the data, so we can see like children have a lower death rate than than adults. So this is the one reason. But we can see other pictures like because school provides some like safe environment to children. So what do you say, like when they go back to the home and they have a grandmom, maybe they will be like dangerous for infection, but actually school provide the like safe environment already. So we can go back to the pictures. We can see like school provides some like what kind of environment to children. So we can focus on the pictures. So let's see the second picture. Like children's wear the masks, face masks, so they can be more safe. So what do you guys, can you say something like on picture 2, second picture?
Like they wear the masks, right?
Yes, so we can put the children wear masks. And for any pictures? So we can see the top right, like the third image. This is a poster, and it says like, "Did you wash hands?" And the sneezer, school used the sneezer to wash their hands.
Yeah,
So,
we can see in the chat box, wash hand regularly.
okay, yes, this is the wash hand regularly. Wash, let's put down. Okay, and how about the image, this image and that image, what it says? Like, what did the staff doing?
Jay is cleaning the tables and the public the public space. Sorry, I
Yes.
catch a cold.
Okay, yes. So they clean the table and public areas. So how about the yes? So disinfect.
Wow. Thanks for that.
It's a good
Thank
word.
you. And so how about the picture number 4?
Maybe like students keep social distance.
Yes,
Yeah.
because yes. So each student, they have like a distance between each student. So maybe school have a policy which is in student or teachers need to have at least like 2 meters distance between each other. So let's put the keep social distance. And so for the first pictures, as who said that? As Yiming said that shows. Oh, okay, just go back. And so as Yiming said, like this bar chart shows children have a low death rate, like than adults. So what we can put in this part, this picture? What is the main idea? You can come up with that. Let's say low debt rates. Let's say children have low debt rates than adults. So this is all the brainstorm, like the main idea of this essay content. So we can actually the first image we can show, like, this is what I wrote down before. So first image shows like children have lower than adults, like the death rate. And so which means they can go back to school and without the transmission. And other image shows that the protection of school they provided. For example, like they ask students wash hands oftenly and keep social distance and clean surface, disinfected public areas, and so on. So let's start to the stage 3. Okay, I just stopped to the share the slide.
Oh, can't hear you, Alice.
So can you guys see my screen now?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello?
You
Can
can go.
anyone hear me?
Yes, you can go ahead.
Hello?
Can you hear us? Can you hear?
Can you hear us?
Sorry. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes. Can you hear us
Yes?
again?
Oh, okay. So let me share this. So here, let's move on to our third stage, joint construction of the new text. And as we learned before, and for this exposition genre, we have 3 stages, right? There are thesis, argument, and restatement of the thesis. And now we are going to write thesis stage. So our field is why it is safe for children to return to school. And do you remember, and we have in the model text, each paragraph have a subtitles. And the subtitles give the main ideas of this paragraph. So something like you can write to write the point of view. Sorry, can you hear me? It's kind of strange.
Yes, we can hear you.
Oh, I can't hear you. No. Strange. Can anyone say something? Because I feel like I don't hear anyone talk.
Can you
Yeah,
hear?
there is no
No, maybe I should stop screen. I'll come back later.
Oops.
Or should we go to the argument part first, or CC?
It's okay. So I guess so. For this stage, we are going to construct the texture.
I'm sorry.
Oh,
Something.
back.
Okay. So now we're gonna write our thesis stage. So remember the subtitles for each paragraph that directly show the main idea of the paragraph. Like for example, you wanna write your point of view. Our field is why it is safe for children to return school. And what do you think? What can write for the subtitles? Something like, do you think it is safe? It is safe for kids to attend school. We can make this as our main idea, the subtitles, right? And the
have typed in on the chat box.
Sorry?
Didier has typed on the chat board for the thesis.
Chat box. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, thank you. So let other voice. Oh, what happened? We can bring others' voice to back up our statement. Something like health experts or some very famous organization like WHO, which can help make our statement more strong. And what kind of verbs do you think we can use? Remember our model text here, the author used confirm, right? Do you have any verbs which can replace this, or we can just use confirm? Anyone want to share? Any words you can think about it to make your statement more strong?
Alice, you can look at the chat box. Chat box, students are going to put the idea in the chat box.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, nice to see you. Thank you, thanks for that. So, okay, suggest, good, thank you. Or report, yeah, this word are very useful to help us construct the idea. So once we have done the subtitles, we can write our thesis stage, the body. So actually we can briefly divide in this stage into 3 levels, which can be like a background, or we can say problems. And we can write 1 or 2 sentences to describe it. And then we can write our point of view. It's always good to organize before you write it. That may save a lot of time. And do remember the exposition genre, the thesis stage. What is the last one? Last stage, it's a preview, right? So the thesis stage, we need to write these 3 aspects. And as for the background, the problems, any ideas you want, you want to introduce before you introduce your position? Do you think it's what kind of things it's good to introduce it? The background, the information. For 19 situation now. And what do you think? Who cares about children most? So like family or their, yeah, parents. Thank you, that's very good. So we can think about those two aspects and we can write about this. So we say like, so far we still facing COVID-19, right? So COVID-19 still exist, or we can say prevailed. Yes, wow, this just thanks for 自节. Thank you very much. So COVID-19 has been prevailed. How long, or we can generalize it for a while or something. Okay. Yeah, so parents are still worried about it. No, maybe we put in the next. Still for a while. And do we have any medicine for COVID-19? No? Yes or no? No, right? And we're still not certain about it, right? So what can we write? Can anyone come up with some ideas? It's been for a while and we are not sure about it.
Maybe just the people can't find a proper way to treat the COVID-19, treat the virus.
Yes, exactly. That's perfect. Thank you. Thank you, Xie Yu. People still cannot find any treatment, right? Oh, that's great. And in this sentence, we want to make this sound more persuasive. Like, who you think, like people, yes, okay, you cannot find any treatment. I think that's kind of normal. But what else, like who cannot find any treatment makes you feel like, okay, we can't find it. It's like people who is specialized in this area, like researchers, right? So we can replace people for some.
For the healthy experts, can we say?
Health experts or scientists, right? So these people cannot find cannot find any treatment so far. And we see the chat box, which the Zijie said, so Zijie said, parents are still worried about, anyone wanna join this? Worry about what? What the parents were worried. They worry about their kids, right? Yes, children's health. Yes, they're worried about their kids' health. Exactly. Thanks for that. Children's health. If they send them to school. Exactly. Yep. So that is our background. The problems here. We have done, I think 2 sentences is quite enough. And then we write our point of view. We want to say, even though those COVID-19 still, like it's kind of controlled, but not exactly. But we want to, you do see there's a shift. Like you want to say, it is safe for kids to attend school. Can you see there's a logical connection between the background and your point of view? What conjunctions we can use here?
We need a
to,
shift.
yeah, the shift. Do you have any connection words to make this more logically connected? Like even though blah, 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 but, right? You can use but and another word. However, yes, exactly. Cool. Thank you. However, it is safe for kids to attend school. What happened? More persuasive, we can say like also like to bring others' voices to back up your statement. So also like we can write, however, health experts said, health experts show or studies or any verbs, what do you think is, can we use here? Health experts something like this. Health experts point to, or yeah, we can say proof that. Or you can find some like other more strong verbs. Health experts prove that it is safe for kids to attend school. And do you remember in our brainstorm stage, what kind of reasons why it is safe for kids to go back to school? It's because this age group, right? This specific age group. What's the features of them?
Low death rate.
Yeah, sorry. So the death rate, you say?
Yeah, I said low death rate.
Yes, cool. So because of this age group has lower death rate than adults. And even they catch the virus, that's not severe. So they generally show very mild symptoms, right? Not severe. Or you can write something like this age group really catch the virus. It has lower death rate than adults and generally show mild symptoms. So here is your point of view. So we've done this. And finally, we're gonna write our preview for the following text we're gonna discuss about. Remember the preview for our model text? Let's see how it writes. Here. So here the author writes only these sentences. Actually, we can learn this. We don't have to write it too complicated. Here are some reasons, and we can write something like this. Do you have any ideas? Or we can just paraphrasing those. What do you think? Here are. Any idea? If you want to talk about the arguments you want to discuss in the following text, you're going to do the preview, right? So what can we write? Here are any ideas?
There are some reasons, yes.
Yeah, here are some reasons. It's perfect.
Yes, there is. On the chat box.
See the chat box. Exactly. Or we can say or arguments to prove or two arguments for kids to return to school. Also, you can you can write based on the latest research or something like that, make it more persuasive. But the preview basically just 1 or 2 sentences, and that's pretty enough. So we have done for our thesis stage. Okay. And next, let's Fanya will talk about and guide you to write the argument.
Yeah, and the next part, because of the time limited, I will go over this very quickly. And next part, we are going to write the arguments. We can pick up one argument from the session of brainstorm to elaborate, like what you write before. And as we discussed, which argument do you think is more convincing? Or we can summarize the picture from the second, third. Can you reflect some arguments is more convincing? Like, is this a safe measure that school provides?
The safe learning environments.
Yeah, the arguments. Or we can write down like school provide the safe place for kids to study.
Yeah, see the chat box.
Oh, yeah.
By school.
Yeah, measure taken by the school. Yeah. By the measure. Like we can elaborate on the next argument. First is the school measurement. Measures taken by the school, right? And we go back to the brainstorm section. What measurements did the school take place? Like, how can we identify on this picture? The women are, yeah, in fact, public area rights. So we can write down. Wear face mask, yes, good point. A measure taken by the school. The first is, in fact, the public area. And Zia provides another point is where the face marks, and we can write it down first. Okay, maybe we can give more details regarding clean and this, in fact, the public area. We can see in the brainstorm part. Which part the women are clean? Can you identify this? And where's the blue one? Like, oh, yeah, door handle, right? And the desk, right? So our argument can be, door handle, for example. Door handle, desk, surface. So the first, our supporting idea is, the first is the measures taken by the school, like school will disinfect the public area, and for example, the door handle and desk surface. And like Zijie said, we also can't wear the face mask, and we think it's a healthy behavior. Then school require students to behave. So we can, before the specific action, we can say, the school requires students to wear a face mask. And before we write down the new points, what kind of conjunction can we use before the new points? Like, what linking words? Can you make a
Moreover, it says,
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, moreover.
Require students to wear face mask. And what else? Like, again, we can find in the picture. Wear face mask and yeah, like this third picture is wash hand. Yeah. And we can all add brainstorm ideas to our argument. Is face mask, wear face mask. Sanitize, we can use the words of sanitize. Sanitize. Here, ants. And what we also, when we go to the supermarket, what we have to do now, like
Student going to be
on the ideas from what?
see? Social
Yeah, social distance. Yeah, absolutely. Yes. You can use the word practice. Practice social distancing. And yeah, that's all our healthy behavior we can do and the school require us to do. So at the end, we want to conclude. So what will this measurement finally contribute to? Can anyone give ideas? Well, after we did all this action and school provided safety solutions, what will finally contribute to? Provide a safe environment. Yeah, absolutely good points. So we can use the, I will copy them. 黄一鸣 helping them provide a safe environment for kids to go to school. So what's the conjunction can we use here to make a conclusion? We use a simple conjunction here before the final argument, the final idea.
To conclude, therefore, thus.
In conclusion, is that in conclusion? Yeah, that's all our simple arguments, and we can check, read over the complete one. Will provide a safe place for kids to study. Is our topic sentence of the arguments. The first can be measures taken by the school. They disinfect the public area, for example, the door handles and desk surface. Moreover, school requires students to wear face mask, sanitize, maybe wrong section. Yeah, sanitize their hands and practicing social distance. So inclusion, provide a safe school, we need the subjects. Okay, that's our whole argument. And finally, that's very simple. We need to restate of the thesis at last. But to be remembered, these stages are not really necessary in a whole exposition, so it's optional. When you want to write this, we can say just restate our argument, restate our arguments, restate our thesis, just like it is safe. Reflect the field. It is safe for children to return to school, and we can just copy here. Or we can paraphrase something. Safe for children to go back to school. Okay. And we have already finished a whole simple paragraph of a new expression. Maybe you guys have some questions.
Background.
Or we can end here.
So, do you guys have any questions about what we talk about the exposition? And yeah, Fanya, you can just show them what we have write about.
Okay, I have already shown it. We write like we have a new field concerning this topic. Like we have already go over the thesis. First, we need the subtitles, the background topic, the background, and the point of view and a preview to introduce your arguments. And we just have time to write down one paragraph of the arguments. Like you first need to give a topic sentence to introduce your argument. and then to elaborate your arguments based on the topic sentence. And we have two ideas to support the first sentence, like school measure was taken place, or measure were taken by the school. And you can also elaborate in the following sentence. And at other points, use the linking words to link these two sentences, these 2 points. And because school require you to wear face masks like we do in the brainstorm part, sanitize your hand and practice social distancing. And finally, make a conclude sentence for your arguments. Like, I say someone contribute to this sentence. 一名儿子唯一 provides a safe environment for kids to go to school. So it's really a completely thesis on an argument. It's a new genre of exposition. Well, and next time, if you want to write a genre of exposition, you can just follow these steps and elaborate by yourself. Maybe some question, or we can end this class.
Okay, so it's, yeah. Okay, thank you guys to attend this small lesson. And I hope you get some new information or new knowledge about this type of genre. And yeah, hope next time we will do better, and hope this time you'll get a new experience, maybe. Okay, so we will end this lesson. And yeah, it's very thanks again to attend this class.
If you guys have more questions, you can just contact me or contact our team members to discuss the question. Okay, we can. I think we can already end this class. Oh, good.
Thank you. Thanks. Bye.
Thank you.